Hello and welcome back to my channel Willow and Moon. I'm Sam and just wanted to kind of update you on what's going on in the studio this week, because I think I'm always interested in what other artists are doing, how they actually spend their time, what they put their energy into, what works, what doesn't, all of these different things. I find it really helpful with my business and my creativity and my inspiration, so hopefully that's what this will do for you. So today I'm really hoping to finish this piece. I think I said that last time and I didn't do any more because, did I get it to that point? I can't remember. I'm using oils now, and you can't put acrylic over the top of oils. You can't put anything water-based on top of oils for obvious reasons. So I can only use oils, and because oils take longer to dry, there are ways to do it, but I think certain things lend themselves better to that, and I want to add lots of different layers, in which case once you put another layer on top, the paint underneath is wet and therefore it all kind of smushes together, which you don't want. So I've got the flowers to a point where they're kind of 75–80% done. The Kingfisher's pretty much done. I do want to tie things together a little bit more. That kind of abstract realism push and pull is really tricky to know how far to take something, and I'm still learning, I'm still evolving. I think I don't really want to be there wherever there is, but just kind of pushing myself with every painting that I do. So I need to refresh my palette. This is an old picture frame. I find that glass palettes are the best. They're easiest to clean. You can just scrape them off with a razor blade, and yeah, it's just really great. And you can put it, because it's glass, you can put it on whichever colour you want, and then therefore it helps. With acrylic, I do find using these kind of tear off sheets, which I know aren't great, but I've tried so many different things. I've tried a wooden palette, I bought one, not great. Oh, actually there might be another one. I think I might have tried oils on that, so I might try acrylic on that. And then you can pick them off anything that's dried and put it in the bin. These I use as much as I can. I don't use it once and throw it away. I use it as much as I can. I use the back. I go over the top when it's dry. You can add more paint. So I do get a lot of use out of them. So yeah, I want to work on this. I also want to show you some other pieces that I've been working on over the weekend, and also I found that it's quite refreshing and it keeps your interest and your excitement going. So I've got a frog in my throat, I haven't spoken enough today. If you've got a few different things on the go at the same time, I always thought it would be good to have one project and then just go through that from start to finish, and that would be great. But if you're using water-based mediums, apart from acrylic I suppose, because acrylic dries really quickly, using watercolour or gouache or oil, that's not water-based but it takes longer to dry, then it can be frustrating, or it can be a real waste of time if you're just waiting for something to dry. Can of course get the hairdryer out, but sometimes it's quite nice to step away and take away the fixation and then move your brain to something else. So I'll show you what else I've been working on. So this is real life mess in the studio. You can see I've got stuff just everywhere. Oh gosh, there's actually underwear on the radiator. I'm going to clip that bit out. So this is a series. This one is Emergence. This one is Knowing. I've just finished. So started off as acrylic, and then I was teaching myself oils over the last few months, and so I've just added a last bit with oil, which is amazing. I'll move these watercolours. So I've just finished Knowing, and then I need to work on Dreaming. She's about 50% done. There may be another one in the series, I don't really know. And then these ones, this is my hanging system. These ones I did over the last couple of weeks. I did that one first, and then I've been working on abstract. So creating an abstract background and then finding the figures in the abstract. So making something out of kind of nothing, if that makes sense, and then just going with it. So I make an abstract mess, I suppose. There are some rules with the mess. It's not just random, and I'm starting to think about how I want to refine the mess, but I love that freedom. And then I move it around, I turn it upside down, I just see where the face might arrive, and I then make a face out of it. That one came out as two, man and a woman. I love that one. That one's called Dream Keeper. That one's called Earthbound. Gold Storm. The Garden Within. Sorry, I'm using my awful camera. And then this one is Seabound. Do you like my hook system? It kind of works. It's a good place for them to dry. It keeps them out of the way, keeps them safe, and it kind of makes minimum dentage on it. So yeah, I love that. I might take you along with me to paint the Kingfisher and maybe paint the rest of Dreaming. Doing is glazing over some areas. Glazes are really great because they can help to unify the background and push things back. And maybe things are competing, like there's a couple of flowers here, that one that was just competing with the rose. There's areas of this that are competing, and so you can just push them back into the background and just, you can put this thin glaze over certain areas and it just unifies it, which is brilliant. Always stand back and just see how it's looking. I've pushed back parts of this flower and then left the other parts kind of coming forward, just to give it a little bit of the illusion of depth. Because basically what you're doing is trying to make something 2D look 3D. I might push this area of the branch back as well, and that flower. It just makes other things pop a little bit. Just seems to tie the background in. If there's a few areas that, oh, Lena's back from her walk. If there's a few areas that are competing, then it's just quite a good way to push it back. What was I doing with this here? A little bit of that white. Oh, that looks better already. It's starting to push it back. You can of course lift it back off again with push that back. Lift it back off again with some kitchen roll or something. If you've gone a little bit too much over areas that just need to be a little bit more obvious, I want to push that leaf back a little bit. Push some of this back. Just brings things together. Push that bit back. And it just adds to the layers and the texture of the piece. That's what it's all about, she's creating depth. keep standing back. Yeah, that's added quite a lot of atmosphere. And you can always go back in and lighten other bits up as well. So yeah, really loving that. Okay, so it's been quite a productive morning actually. It's getting to the point where I'm just thinking about the whole balance of the painting, and just wondering if it works as a whole. So are the colours unified? I think there's just a few little, let me get a smaller brush, a few little passes I want to make over some areas, just kind of a white glow, and that is some of the daisy petals, maybe one or two. There we go, and again, let's see where the light hits. And on the rose as well, it's just these last final touches that kind of bring it to life. It's like, where does the light hit? I want it to be full of light, only in certain areas. Tiny bit of yellow on my brush, so obviously that yellow's not quite dry yet. It's been about 4 or 5 days, I think. I've got the light coming in the wrong place with that daisy, so let's fix that. So a bit more yellow this side, and the light's kind of coming across here. I want to catch on the bottom, and I want the top to be in shadow, so I'm just going to add a little bit of burnt sienna around the top and the side, and then a bit of white here. And then, oh gosh, it's gone orange. And then clean brushes. So it's really want to just, you get excited and you want to finish, but actually you end up making mistakes. So I got a little bit too much orange, or touched a bit of the orange, and then it transfers. Stand back. Super sweet. I love daisies. And one of the easiest flowers to paint as well, and I think they're really effective. A little bit of light catching there. Bring that in a bit. That's the great thing about oils, is that they blend beautifully. Just a little bit more light on the rose. make this the hero flower. I don't want it to be as detailed as the, oh that looks good. I don't want it to be as detailed as the Kingfisher, that has to be the focal point. Right, let me zoom in for you so hopefully you can see how it's looking. So the focal point is the head. I've added a few hints of orange here and there. One thing I did want to do was add a little bit of blue. So now you can see the flowers, some are pushed back, some are forward. They're not all competing in the same arena. There's some orange up here. I did want to put a little bit of cobalt blue somewhere, and I think so. There are flower forms here, but when you get far away, hopefully it just kind of works together. So I think I might do a little bit of cobalt blue somewhere. Sorry about the close-up. I think I'm done. What do you think? I think I'm done. So I've added some blue in some areas just to bring it together. I've added some glaze, I've added some blue at the top, gone over the Kingfisher a little bit. A little bit of detail in the flowers, but I want to push those back. I don't want them to be too bright. I want the Kingfisher to be the bright kind of star of the show. So I think that's practically done. I think I need to take a step back, just look back in a couple of days, but it looks quite dark in the camera. It's a lot brighter in real life. It's a bit of a dull day though. Really happy with it. I'm really pleased. I think it's what I wanted it to be, and it kind of feels complete now. So yeah, this is called Presence.